All right, guys, welcome back. The Crypto Boys are back in the studio, and we're going to be honest with you today. We are talking about Algorand. However, we don't know a whole lot about Algorand because we made some mistakes, and we want to get to that further in the video. But as always, guys, if you get something out of this video, if you like the Crypto Boys, if you like what we're doing here, please hit that like button. It really does help us out and spread the information, and maybe even subscribe to the channel. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into this video.
First things first, we have to apologize to you guys, of course, because we have not brought you this project just yet. We've heard about it, we've talked about it, we've seen it all over the place. I mean, Charles Hoskinson even likes it. I mean, there's so many people that like Algorand. We just haven't done a deep dive on it. You know, so today the video is going to be just kind of sprinkling the top of what Algorand is and why we like it and what it means to us, honestly, because if you want that super duper in-depth one, first off, you're going to have to wait because we'll make a video on that. But second off, there's a million other videos on it. You guys can go watch other ones.
And just remember, guys, we are at this because it's our crypto journey. We are making this video right now to bring it to you guys saying, hey, we're going to probably start a position in Algorand. We need to do a little bit further in-depth review, but we saw it. We've been researching it even more, and we knew we were behind the 8 ball. So Joe and I called each other last night. We're like, hey, we got to get a video. Let our subscribers know, hey, Algorand is on the radar. And that's what we're going to kind of do today. All right, so let's go ahead and get into Algorand.
So Algorand, of course, layer 1, they're actually technically a layer 2 on top of themselves as well, but they are a decentralized network. They are looking to find and work on that trilemma, just like the other ones that we've talked about before. They're looking for speed, scalability, and decentralization. They want to hit all three of those pillars and be really the best at it. They want to be decentralized. They're a little centralized in some of their tokenomics, and they're really looking to hit on all three of those points.
Part of the reason why Algorand actually caught our mind is that we were talking to one of our buddies who's also big into the crypto space, and he informed us that they're actually very much in use. They're in Europe, they're in Singapore, they're in the US, they are all over the place, and it's something that we like is that a blockchain has already been flourishing. It already has a great team behind it, and something that's being used forward is something like, hey, the Crypto Boys want to be in on that project. We know our money's going to be safe there, and we know that they're developing for the future and not just right now.
We love the speed of harmony. You guys know that, how cheap it is, how fast it is. Algorand's along the same booth, 1,000 transactions per second with a 5-second finality. Their transaction fees are extremely cheap, and we're going to get into what they utilize their transaction fees for in a little bit and why we actually really love this project. It reminds us a little bit of one of our favorites, VeChain, and we will get into the green portion of their product as well.
Charles Hoskinson is he's our leader. He's our guy. Just kidding. But he is great in the crypto space. I mean, you have to respect the things he does and the things he says. And even Charles says, Savio Macaulay is one of the greatest geniuses of our time. And that is what really got us into it. And so their team is top notch. And we're going to get into that right now. So we're getting down to the desktop here really quick. And you know their team is legit. Charles Hoskinson is always talking about their team, as we mentioned. And you can go and click right on them. It gives you a great update of where they're at. You can go find them on their socials, and it's just an easy, professional way to run a website, to run a team. And this is something that's not huge. It's not everything for us, but this is something on our preliminary research we're going to look at. We're not going to dive deep into everything every single time. There's 20,000 crypto projects out there. We don't have simply time to get into everything, but this is stuff you like to see.
And one of the new exciting additions to the team of Algorand is John Woods as the CTO, so the Chief Technology Officer. If we scroll down just a little bit, there's the man right there. He used to work on Cardano with IOHK, so he's definitely, in the space, knows the infrastructure. He's definitely an awesome addition to the team and will be spreading great stuff as the CTO. And what he has to say about the project: Algorand has best-in-class tech when it comes to speed, scale, and security. So improving the user experience is now the most important catalyst for Algorand's mass adoption. And I'm very excited to deliver on that, says Woods. So basically, he is getting into the mass adoption phase. And the other big things in the project that they have is the next line here. The fact that it is a carbon negative is just as important to me. With 2 children of my own, I'm increasingly conscious of looking after Mother Earth. So we need to get into what their carbon negative even means.
As Joe said, we love VeChain. VeChain is becoming carbon negative. They're trying as much as they can. Algorand, very similar. Algorand is what they're doing with their low transaction costs and their very low emissions they have are making the world a much better place and a much safer place. And this is where most crypto is going.
What they're doing is they're basically taking the fees on the network, the very small fees that there already are, they're taking that and then they're donating it back so that they basically get a carbon credit. So that credit is kind of putting them into the negative because it's such small carbon emissions as it is that now that brings them into the negative side of the whole fact, which is awesome. I mean, it's really important overseas. Now, if they're transitioning over to the US and other big countries, it's going to be a big catalyst for their blockchain.
On top of that, you guys know where this is going is that people right now are already making laws that you have to follow. What if Algorand is one of those that are already on the other side of that law versus having to change an entire blockchain, the way it's run, the way it works? And I'm not saying that's going to happen and proof of work is just going to go away, but it's better that if you make it happen with that, you never know what the future can hold. Obviously, this bear market is tearing some things up as we speak. As we've already said, this is going to be us sprinkling the infield of Algorand. We are not Algorand experts by any means whatsoever, but this blockchain has seriously taken us by storm to the point of where like we need to get this out to our viewers, and if they know something to let us know about it, what we should look into, please comment below. It really does help us out. We don't have the time to go over every single little blockchain, but it is something we're going to get a deep dive on. It's something we want to do an in-depth review on. Algorand will no longer take the crypto boys by surprise.
And the Algorand blockchain snuck up on us with all the information, and if the like button sneaks up on you, make sure that you smash that like button and the subscribe button while you're at it. Turn on the bell notification too. And as always, guys, thanks for being with the fittest crypto chain on YouTube. We're out.